Calling Gerald's game psychologically heavy doesn't really justify how heavy the movie actually is. Based on a novel by Stephen King, it really takes a path that is up there with Misery when it comes to people's general mental health. I had a hard time watching parts of it because it was rather painful to watch, seeing how the movie is based in a more reality-like world than other horror films. Trying to renew the spark in their marriage, Gerald and his wife Jessie takes a vacation up to the cabin to have some bedroom fun to spice things up. Unexpectedly, Gerald dies while Jessie is handcuffed to the bed and she has to struggle in order to survive. The plot is simple yet effective. Some is obviously gonna argue how much of a horror movie this is, but I will say that it's definitely a mixed bag. But the horror for me stems from the helplessness of the main character, and the sheer panic of not being in control in a situation she really didn't put herself in. The movie is well executed and it mimics the novel fairly well. My idea of the novel is of course that it is a little bit heavier than the movie, but I seem to take that to heart when it comes to this story, and it feels like everyone involved really cared for the story to be presented as horrifying as it actually is. There are some scenes of the movie that is artistically well made, and with a combination of raw horror in other scenes, it does create this theme of the movie, in which dreams, hallucinations and reality coexist, but you aren't really confused by it, but rather immersed. You do find yourself questioning things throughout the film constantly, but the movie is never so confusing to not let you have the time to figure stuff out, and I find that this is a very clever way of portraying this novel. I do have some questions about the movie on certain details and smaller plot themes running through it, and I will eventually dig deeper into that, but even with things unanswered, it is a satisfying watch. Overall, I've been surprised by the quality of Netflix movies in general. Most of them are obviously budgeted well, just like this one for example, and they seem to be resourceful with the means they are handed. I hope to see much more of smaller novels being taken up by Netflix, and I would definitely pay for a Lovecraft story. After seeing it and now this, I have some restored hope for Stephen King movies again. I don't know if I can wait that much longer for a makeover of my favorite Pet Sematary. All in all, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I highly recommend you watching it. It is definitely one of the better horrors of late.